Hello everyone, welcome back to The Homegrown Artist. Today we are going on a sort of forage, kind of, I guess we could call it that. We are getting our fence replaced. It has been here for a very long time and we are wanting to get some livestock soon, but the fence is not in working condition for that and we are getting it replaced, getting it redone, and they're arriving today. So we have realized, after watching the video that Kaylee from the Honeysted put out about wild lettuce, we realized we have a ton of it around. It is everywhere all along this fence line. And so our mission today is to get as much of it as possible before they get here, because we don't want this to go to waste. It's just such a good resource as like a pain reliever and a relaxer, and we're still learning about that. All right, are we ready to get that wild lettuce?
We're ready.
That was really ominous. Okay, so we're just taking the plant, right?
We're going to cut the plant about 2 to 3 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
And it'll continue to grow.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this one right here because it is just about to bloom.
Oh my gosh.
And the ones
Look at
that
that
are
one.
just about to bloom are
Look
the
at
time
that.
when it's most potent.
Oh my goodness. Oh, let me actually point at it. Look at that. There we go. It's so tall. It looks so little next to it.
I'm very little next to
It looks so small.
Yes, very small. One of the ways to identify it is to begin looking at the leaves that resemble a dandelion leaf. Not exactly, but they do resemble it. They also have hairs underneath here.
Are they there?
Some of them are small.
Okay, there. So you can see some of the little hairs on it. Yeah. If it would focus, there we go. Oh my God, you can see my hangnail. Oh, please ignore that. That's embarrassing.
We're going to take the whole stalk.
All of that. Those flowers are so tiny.
This one is already blooming.
Yeah.
And this is the seed. That right there is the seed. So I'm going to, because this fence row is going to be gone, I want to make sure that we have some next year. So I'm going to put this down in this bag and collect these seeds so that we can propagate it. I know I'm losing some seeds, but
it's okay.
You know, a few of these plants is more than enough. And we're not going to collect this plant.
Okay.
Because it's already flowered and seeded.
Okay. And it's more potent, or it's just
less.
less potent? No, I mean,
Yes.
it's more potent.
It is
when,
more potent right before it flowers. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we wanted that one right there.
Yeah.
That one's already flowered.
We have a little, shell husk of a friend. Oh God, those creep me out so much. I am sorry. The people that think those are cool, I hope you're doing okay. Oh yeah, you can see.
You can see, so at some point in time, somebody pulled a leaf off right there, and the milky substance then becomes it becomes a hard substance.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool.
It is, and it's sticky.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's very sticky.
It's a very bitter taste. Yeah, it's very bitter tasting. But I mean, this is not something we make a tea out of. We make a tincture out of it.
Yeah, that tastes medicinal. Yeah,
Okay.
that tastes like it'd be medicine. It's not great, I'll be honest. Got it. This one's a little bit more yellow. Wow, look at that.
Oh my gosh, look
Ant,
at that.
oh, you.
Look at that. Look
Woo.
at that. Look at that.
Oh, I hate ants.
Horrible ants.
It's like you stuck your whole foot in that.
Yep, my whole foot.
Look at you go. You look like a foraging wild woman.
Yes.
We've got, I think, all we're gonna get today. We have a good bit of it so we can begin to process it.
There is more to be gathered further on in the pasture.
Further on in the pasture.
If we need more, but I don't want to gather more than we can actually process
then
today.
we can actually do
And
with. So we're
we can get more.
gonna work with this. We're gonna start on the tinctures and make sure that we're doing what we need to do so that we can process it correctly and because this is the stuff that was in danger on the fence line of the fence being repaired. So the other stuff should be fine and will still be there should we actually need more. Sorry, short detour, but he's curled up in a plant pot. Oh, it's blooming. What a beautiful cat flower. Just some catnip. Hi, buddy. Little catnip in the flower pot. All right.
I will. These are the stalks that we gathered earlier.
This is what we got earlier.
A little bit because
yeah,
we
they're
had
a little
to
wilty.
stop for lunch. But I will be taking the leaves off, and we didn't wash our plants because we had a very heavy rain.
It monsooned
and
yesterday.
They're very
so.
clean. One thing that I'm making sure that I'm doing, though, is I'm inspecting the leaves, and I'm only collecting and using the leaves that are not damaged or
the ones that look healthy.
That look very healthy and with no imperfections, no blemishes, bug bites,
holes.
Or dark spots. So I'm going to do that, and you should chop.
Okay.
I would chop them as finely as
Yeah.
you can. That's why I brought the big knife
I
out.
have to stand up and do this.
Okay. This is our first time harvesting wild lettuce and making
Yes.
a tincture with it.
The wild lettuce is, she mentioned it's a pain reliever. And it does have, that's why we're making the tincture, because it has pain relieving properties that also, don't like damage your internal organs.
A name for it, I guess a nickname for it.
Yeah,
is
it's
the
poor man's
opium.
opium. Yeah, that's one of the nicknames. That's one of the things that people call it.
It's supposed to be
It has a
good
lot of
reliever.
uses.
Yes.
We're going to use it as like minor
aches and pains.
minor aches and pains.
Not certain how it works
Yeah.
on severe pain, like arthritis. I've heard it doesn't really work great.
But one of the things that I have seen as I've been researching and looking into it is just whatever you decide to do with it, however you take it, don't overdo it. I mean, just like with anything else, there is kind of a limit for stuff like this for everyday usage that you just don't want to go past. There is a threshold if you're gonna do it for just
Also,
minor aches and pains.
Because everyone is so different, you don't know how it's going to affect you.
You never know how it's going to affect
you.
you.
So the first time you experiment with taking it, you would have to do your research. You would have to take a little bit of it. We're using a wide mouth jar.
Yeah, so this
because
should be good.
Once the alcohol sits in it for a week, we'll come back with the immersion blender.
So this, okay, should I go ahead and start putting in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go ahead and just pack it in.
I'm gonna pack it in over this just in case I drop any.
Well, we can do a second jar for the stalks.
Yes.
And then put it all together.
Another one of the ways that you can identify wild lettuce is by looking at where the leaves connect to the stem. You can see that there are little extra. It's a little wilted because we had to stop for lunch, and so it's hard to see. But the leaves have a little bit of extra stuff that actually extends and wraps around the stem.
It's like it's hugging it.
It's like it's hugging it. It's like the leaves are giving a nice little hug. Oh, this one's a good one, where you can see. Well, if I could get the other ones out of the way. Right there, that it's going around like a little collar or a cape.
Ooh, go to town.
I would love to. Get some Mexican food.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Oh,
Listen, I'm just in it for the queso. In queso emergencies.
in case of emergency.
Sorry, that one was a little cheesy.
Oh yeah, she's really good with that.
Really Gouda with that.
I just can't with you.
Just can't relieve what you're hearing.
No more, please. No more.
Come on, don't treat me like a monster.
No more.
I can't think of any more. I'm out.
We have mullein flowers to gather.
Yeah, we need to get some mullein flowers because we're making an
Ear
oil with garlic and mullein, and we do not have enough mullein flowers.
With the Russian lady.
Listen, whatever comes out of my mouth, I have zero to little say in how it arrives. Zero to little? Yes.
Zero to little.
Zero to none.
I
Yep.
guess.
0 to little.
Well, 0 to none is the same thing.
I just said it more creatively.
I am going to take these.
And put them
I'm
in
going
there,
to put them in here.
So, we thought about doing some of the leaves and the stalks and the same thing together, but since this is our first time using wild lettuce, I think we're gonna keep the leaves in one jar, do the stalks in the other, just in case it doesn't. Because we've seen some people say don't bother with the stalks, some people say they do the stalks, and we don't really know. And one of the best ways to find out is to do it.
Right.
So just try it. So we're gonna do the leaves in here, and we have them pretty packed in there, so we're gonna see how that works. And we're just gonna do the stalks in this one. If that doesn't work out, then we still have this one to rely on.
I have read that some people use only water to extract.
Yeah, some people
And
use
you
water.
get a milder taste, but you also get less of
It's not as potent.
medicinal
Yeah.
properties.
So from what we've read, 100 proof is the best. All we could get our hands on, like what we have available to us, is 80 proof, but that should still work. We may leave ours a little longer. I think it was 4 to 6 weeks, but leave it longer if you want it stronger.
Yes.
And it's really just up to you and your research and what you do. You just want to leave it long enough for it to actually do something.
Pull the properties out of it.
Yes.
You want to completely cover it.
Yeah.
It's fine to just really give it a good shake. We just shake it once a day.
Once a day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or when we think of it. We'll remember it. We'll put an alarm on a phone. We may have to abandon this idea.
Yeah. That's
just
okay.
see.
If we don't do that, okay, see, you have to be able to pivot. Okay, pivot.
Right.
Adjust
We are
your plans.
pivoting
Things don't always go to
skipping
plan.
the stalks
Yeah, we're not
because
gonna do that. That's just too hard to
we
chop up.
have an entire
So
jar.
now we know why a lot of people might not do that, but we have one good solid jar of it. There are some that I could have chopped a little bit tinier, but I didn't because I was tired, and it's fine.
After we let this set, though,
Yes.
we will use our immersion blender.
After we let it set,
Blend it up some.
we're gonna blend it up a little more.
It goes in a dark cupboard
Dark,
and
cool
needs-
space.
and needs to be shaken once a day.
Once a day. Alright, so that is all for the wild lettuce today. Thank you for foraging, even though all we did was just walk over to we just walked over to the
check
fence.
back in.
Yeah,
in
we'll
4
check
weeks
back in 4 weeks to
and
see how this is going, to
see if it's ready to be strained.
yeah, see if it's ready to be strained. We're gonna do the immersion blender after it's set for a little bit of time. But thank you for joining us today. If you like the video, make sure to comment if you have used this before. If you have any experience or questions about it, let us know. And
Suggestions of what to do
with it
strain
after we strain it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Say bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye!